So tell us more about what you do.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's been quite a year. So I started my business in 2021 as just solopreneur, kind of trying to figure out if this was even something that was viable and that I could do, and was just kind of dabbling in it while working for an interior designer. And then I quickly found that I could make some money and at least supplement enough income that I decided to just go all in. So at the beginning of 2022, I quit my job and went all in with this. Was kind of just really trying to figure it out and how it all worked and how to get clients, and was just kind of limping along, I felt like, and didn't know what I was really doing. I was just winging it the entire time, and was doing okay, enough to, supplement where I, the income that I had lost working part-time for the designer, and had this vision of just bigger things. And I don't even know how I got connected with you, but somehow I did. And
So
I think, it was about a year ago. And now I was on vacation and I was driving, and I was listening to all your videos on package pricing, driving from Iowa to Texas. And I was not in place to write anything down or implement. So I had to go back and rewatch everything. And I was kind of hesitant about pricing and changing pricing, and really was working on this discounted structure. And I had really, in my mind, had convinced myself that was how I got bigger jobs, and how I was able to get clients to buy more was by offering this discount. And it's just what I had seen others doing, and just was, copying what they were doing. And so definitely came with some reservation to make the change that you were suggesting. And I think if you remember, I had tabled it and was like, okay, I'd done all of the packages, and I had changed to a fixed pricing, but I was like, I'm not going to do any price increases. Maybe I'll look at that this fall. And then I was like, what the heck? I'm going all in. And I just changed on my website and was like, ran with it. And I increased, $20 an hour, but it was actually more than that because I was discounting as well. So, it was a significant step up that I was really worried about.
As I remember, you put it into practice, and you were the winner of that contest that we did. We did a package pricing workshop, and I gave them 30 days to whoever could put it into practice, get it posted, and get it on your website and sell it. Won a $100 cash prize or something like that, or $200. I don't know how much it was.
Yeah,
I don't know if that motivated you or not, but you were the winner of it.
Yes, that was awesome. I think it was motivated just to see results and see difference, but I'm always up for good competition. So loved that. The biggest thing that I think that happened was the month after I implemented this, and, obviously I've got Google going as well in my Google ads. I landed my biggest client ever. And it was, with that new pricing, those packages, I think that it was very, clear, my messaging, my language, what the client was getting. And, the most amazing thing about it, so this is a high profile client that I did land, that we work with them regularly. So we organize the house, but we work with them regularly. But the biggest thing from that was she had hired another organizer before. We weren't the first person to have been in this house and have tried to put systems into place. And I think, that's landing that was, I think, having the package pricing and having that vision and mapped out for her was very, critical in her decision-making process, because she was able to then see, this is exactly what I'm getting and this is exactly how it works. And that gave her the confidence to reach out to us. And then on the flip side of that, I think, what also helped was then I did momentum right after the package pricing. And I think that's where I learned to really get my feet under me and get my confidence and to have my voice more, I feel like. And so landing that was one thing, but then working this mammoth of a project and this high profile client and all of the anxiety that comes with it, and feeling like I was literally a fraud and stepping into this position that I had no business being in. I think everything from momentum then really gave me that momentum to get going, to feel like I was stepping into my zone of genius and I was owning it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know all that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been an incredible year. Leaps and
You've had
bounds.
some killer months. I remember you showing me some stuff and I'm like, holy moly.
Yeah.
You got a team down there and
yeah. And I think,
Dallas.
as we've talked about, that's my biggest struggle now is, we are, our biggest month was almost $24,000 so far. And we consistently are running $10,000 to $15,000 a month, which is amazing. My biggest struggle now is the team and trying to step out of working in my business and focusing on working on my business, letting go of that control. We've talked about team building blueprint till I think I'm blue in the face. And right now it's like slowing down enough myself to be able to put myself in the position, because I'm the worst student at this point in time. And I mean, even with momentum, sometimes it was like, running and gunning, right? And it's like, okay, I need to know what to do with this. And so then I was able to go back and, find your trainings and your topics that helped me zero in on that one specific thing I was struggling with at that moment, even though I wasn't able to sit down and consistently do it like I would have liked to, start to finish.
Well, that's the reality for most people, is that you're balancing being a business owner with growing the business, and sometimes you're working and sometimes you can be live. And it's just nice to be able to know that you've got a soft landing place to be able to come back to and learn from, and people to ask questions to, and just learn some cool stuff, So I'm just thrilled for your progress. That's super amazing. So how does all that make you feel, like, as a business owner, to be able to do all those things in the last year?
I mean, incredible. Definitely, empowered beyond, belief. It was one of those things that my husband's always kind of been the provider, and my role and responsibility was to bring in some side income and to take care of our kiddo. And, there was many points in time where I, not that I feel like my husband holds it over my head at all or anything like that, but I wanted to be financially independent in a way myself. I didn't want to feel like it was his money, he was making all of it, and that, somehow I wasn't pulling my weight. So it's been amazing to, I've done some incredible things that we never would have done. We just got done building a pool in our house that we built.
I saw your photos. I love
2
it.
years ago. 2 years ago, we built this house, and my husband was like, "We're never getting a pool. Like, we maxed out the budget already. Like, we're over and no pool." And so, I did so amazing last year that I was able to fund the down payment for that. And now every month, my money pays the pool mortgage portion.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
So yeah, something, and like my daughter is 9, so loves being in the pool, and absolutely, has been just such a huge blessing. And so I just feel, it's a very freeing kind of feeling to be, there's a lot of anxiety and stressors that come with being a business owner, but I still have things are on my terms, and I have the flexibility, and I have the ability to provide for myself. And, God forbid anything would ever happen to my husband, I don't feel like I will be starting from ground zero at this point. I have a thriving business that, could, carry us on if need be. So
for sure. Wow. I'm super impressed. I didn't know all this. It's been probably 6 months since we talked last, so it's cool to hear all the updates.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. So happy for you.
Thank you.
And one of the most special things that we do within our community is our 3-day events. Sometimes it's called Reboot. Sometimes it's called Rockstar Organizers Live. And we gather together for 3 days online in a virtual retreat setting where we spend all day for 3 days working on our businesses, collaborating, sharing ideas, maybe even crying and laughing together a little bit, and just getting to the real stuff that it takes to run a successful organizing business. And sometimes it can be so lonely as an organizer. But Rockstar Organizers Live is a time to come together, set aside the lonely feelings of being an entrepreneur, and trying to figure things out by yourself and just allow yourself to be supported. It's coming up December 14th through 16th, and can't wait to see you there. It's $97 for the weekend. And we're really going to dig deep into what makes you you, what makes you the specific type of organizer that you are, and then really stepping into more of who you are and being visible with confidence so that you can really get those types of clients that you like working with and grow your business to amazing heights and beyond in 2024. And can't wait to see you there. You can register at rockstarorganizerslive.com.